So it's finally time to go balls deep into Zoro. So before we get started, I just wanted to mention that I may mess up a few words as I am not Japanese.
なんだこの血の量は。何もなかった。
So number 1, in an SBS, which basically means a I'm taking questions scenario, a question and answer column which began in volume 4 of the manga, Oda, the creator of One Piece, revealed that the inspiration behind Zoro's last name was from the famous French pirate Francois Roronoa. The Japanese pronunciation for Roronoa is Roronoa. However, Zoro's first name is believed to be inspired by Johnston Macaulay's 1919 story The Curse of Capistrano, where Zoro is the secret identity for the fictional character Don Diego de la Vega. This actually caused copyright censorship in the name for the English dub of One Piece. The change was from Zoro to Zolo, but in reality, even in Japanese, the pronunciation of Zoro's name comes out as Zolo. So one can say that this wasn't really a censorship at all. In Japanese promotions and in some artwork, Zoro is also spelled Zolo in a few cases. However, the appearance of Zolo in Japanese can be explained without relating it to the 4Kids or copyright laws due to the interchangeable L and R sounds. Other characters who have displayed this include Robin as Lobin and Frankie as Flunky. Zoro has a unique style of wielding 3 swords. He initially started off learning Nitoryu, this 2-sword style. However, after his best friend Kiwina died, he asked her father and sensei to give him her sword, the Wado Ichimonji, and from that day he developed his 3-sword style as a way of being able to fight using all 3 swords and carry on her dream of becoming the greatest swordsman in the world. But did you know that Zoro currently holds 2 of the 21 of the Wazomano grade swords, which is only 1 level lower than the highest grade swords in all of One Piece, the 12 Saijo or Wazomano swords, where currently the only 2 of those swords are known to be held, one by Dracul Mihawk and another by Ketetsu, the swordsmith who crafted the Ketetsu sword series, which are said to be cursed. Zoro's sword set consists of the Wado Ichimonji, which belonged to Kuina as we all know, Shisui, which is his second 21 of the Wazomano grade swords and was also once wielded by the legendary samurai Ryuma. It is considered the national treasure of the Wano country. After Ryuma's death, the katana sword was buried with him until Moriya's crew robbed his grave. After being defeated as a zombie, Ryuma gave his sword to Zoro and was said to be satisfied with Zoro as the new sword's master. His third sword is the Sandai Ketetsu. The sword is among the lowest grade of the Wazomano grade swords and is considered as a sharp sword, although like all of his Ketetsu sword series, it is said to be cursed. Also, prior to getting the Shisui, Zoro had another sword, the Yobashiri, which was destroyed by Enies lobby and later replaced. But Yubishiri was one of the 50 Ryu Wazomano grade swords, which is only 1 grade below the 21 Wazomano grades. Zoro obtained this sword for free from a sword shop owner. Originally, Oda had initially planned for Zoro to be introduced as Captain Buggy's bodyguard. Oda described Buggy's crew as a family unit, in which Zoro was supposed to be the elder brother. The sketches were released in volume 3, however later Oda decided that Zoro's character would be better suited in the Straw Hats. He also made it so that Zoro would be famous enough for Luffy to seek out, making Zoro the only member of the crew that Luffy personally sought out to invite before they actually met. Most of Zoro's attacks are puns and some also have religious influences. One of Zoro's more common attacks, the Onigiri Demon Slash, is a pun on the Japanese word onigiri, which is rice ball. Another common attack, the Fate 672-108 Pondo Hui, is a reference to the Fate 6 Passions of Buddhism. Another one of Zoro's technique, the Kikikyura Turyu Asura, is also inspired from a religion by taking its name from a group of Hindu demons. When Zoro manages to unlock the new sword style known as Kyotoryu, it gives him the appearance of having 6 arms and 3 heads like the deity Asura. And yes, I did butcher those names. Zoro had quite a few errors with his illustrations in the manga. In chapter 598 for example, he was shown to have a scar on his right eye, but in the next chapter it is moved to his left eye. Oda, the creator of One Piece, noted that in the chapter 599 that the scar on the right eye was an error and that the one on the left was the correct one. The error was corrected in volume 61. Furthermore, in chapter 599, Oda made another mistake. Zoro's sword Shusui is shown with a different saya or scabbard resembling the Trafalgar Law sword Nadachi. However, Oda didn't address this mistake. This error is fixed in the anime chapter that adapts this scene from the manga. Another mistake is the last panel of page 16 of chapter 698. Zoro is seen with the wrong scar on his chest. He is shown with the same thick cross Luffy has from Akinu instead of the thin diagonal line given by Mihawk. This was corrected in volume 70. In the anime, there wasn't many mishaps like in the manga, but Zoro's wanted poster did not include Usopp's shadow like it's supposed to when Bounty was issued, but this was later corrected in episode 152. It is said that Zoro has the will of the greatest swordsman and is foreshadowed that he will become the legendary swordsman like Ryuma. Zoro is also the first known person since Ryuma to kill a dragon, an act which made Ryuma a legend. Both of them killed the dragon in the same way, by decapitation in the air, with the same sword, the sword which Ryuma passed down to Zoro. The legend of Ryuma was actually covered in a separate manga Oda made called Monsters. Monsters is a one-shot manga written in 1994 and is actual part of One Piece canon story, although this wasn't revealed until One Piece's thriller back arc and confirmed in SBS volume 47 later down the line. Even though the story itself was first written and published in 1994, it was released in November 4th, 1998 as part of the Wanted compilation of one-shots. This was either a random crossover between Oda's work or a very long planned story from the very beginning. So, a few bonus things you might want to know about Zoro. So, in a Simpsons episode, The Treehouse of Horror 25 I believe, Homer Simpson dressed up as Zoro in the Simpson anime themed Treehouse of Horror episode. Homer is seen as Zoro, complete with green hair and his katanas and his time skip outfit. Another one is that in 15 years of One Piece manga, Sanji is the only crew member that Zoro has yet to refer to by name. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed going balls deep into Zoro. Please subscribe, like and comment below what is your favorite moment of Zoro. Anyway, please check out our latest videos and we'll be uploading a skit video coming up in the next few days. We'll be doing a vlog, we're going on holiday, and I'll check you guys out later.